goes, shoot, this is going to be an interesting panel question. Are you ladies worth a dowry? And also, why is it important in other countries versus United States? And should it be implemented in the United States?
Did he ask this question last show?
He did. I don't even, do girls know, do any ladies here know what a dowry is?
I do.
No.
No?
I do. I don't believe in dowries. Even some Africans don't believe in it either. Cause it's just like, why? I mean, with today's like men's society thinking, whatever, but you're paying for the girl. It's like, seriously, you're going to the dad and offering this much things and saying, this is what your daughter's worth. Give it to me.
That's what the dowry is?
Yes. You're paying the father.
I'm thinking about something else.
You pay the dad.
That's like old traditions. Like that can't
Like
be a thing that's going on now. At least not in this country.
Of course. Yeah, but I don't know. Again,
the reason why they don't do dowries no more is because girls are hoes in the United States. That's why I'm gonna be 1,000. They're paying all that money for virginity. That's why.
I can pay for one night.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, bro.
So you
selling box over there.
You don't think that's what it's like? Your daughter ends up coming with like a dude that you just don't accept, but he gives you a good amount that you're like,
it's inhumane, honestly.
But that's how it is. That's what it is.
It's like buying livestock.
Basically.
Wow, that's crazy.
And you just...
I mean, controversial take here, but I think, you know, think about it, feminism has gotten stronger and stronger over the past decades, right? Women are more liberated than ever before.
Facts, yeah.
Okay, but explain to me why marriage rates are at the worst, divorce rates are at the highest. Women are more unhappy now than ever before.
Social media.
They were more
Social media.
Hold on. But they were more happy before when their father and their parents would set them up in arranged marriages. What is pretty much, and think about this for a second as well. Since the beginning of time, the family has always been involved in the mating process for the woman. I would argue the reason why is because women make terrible decisions when it comes to who they're going to mate with. Because women are emotionally driven, so they go for the guy that has the toxic traits, that treats them like shit, that might not necessarily be the best provider in the fuckboy status. Because girls like excitement with guys. The father, though, he comes in, oh, this guy's not a good suit for you. Yeah, he might be attractive, whatever, but he's not going to be a good long-term provider. Right. The father sets you up with a guy that might be more boring, but he's going to be a good father, and he's going to stand by you. That's why arranged marriages used to work, because the family was actually looking at it from the perspective of what's going to benefit my daughter long-term. But now that we give women all this, you know, independence that y'all been talking about, y'all can't find a man because you don't know how to pick one.
I would love to go back to that day.
Because
to
number
those
one,
days.
you just were arguing against it a second ago. Anyway.
When?
You just said dowry shit was bad.
Oh my God. No, I'm talking about like
Let me finish
feminism.
My point. Let me finish my point.
Not dowry, feminism.
Let me finish my point. The point I'm trying to make here, guys, is that as women have become more liberated and made their own decisions on who they're going to mate with, it's been more and more fucked up because women don't know how to properly mate select. Because girls go for the bad boys and not the guys that are going to make good husbands in the future.
That's true, though.
Yeah.
But they weren't paying the fathers back then. The fathers was finding them. But this is not Africa. We're talking about United States.
Well, I mean, if you go back to like the 50s, right, the families were more involved in that situation as well. That's why we had more nuclear families in the 50s.
Right. The finances merged, but it wasn't.
No, women didn't work like that back then. The men were the providers mostly.
Correct. But if the men happened to like pass away, right, it would still be like her family's money and her husband's money.
What are you arguing here? I'm confused.
The fact that you said I was disagreeing with it, like with the dowry stuff,
you were saying let's go back.
Yeah, to before feminism.
Okay, that's when dowries and families being involved in the mating process was going on. But you just argued against the dowry situation.
Dowry is in Africa. We are not in Africa. We weren't doing dowries back here, man. None of these people knew about dowries.
Okay, you're talking about Western culture.
Wait, I'm like lost.
We're just talking about just Western.
It's fine. I get what she means. She clarified it. If she was talking about Western courting situation.
Oh, she lost me there.
Yeah, I got it now.
See, that's the thing. You guys just don't want to listen as well.
No, you want to talk too much.
With all due respect, you're really bad at coming to a concise point and landing the plane. Yeah. You speak a lot and you don't make a point.
But you just...
If you were a pilot, I'll never get on your plane.
Never land.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's a kind of a technique. I'm not knocking you or whatever, but I mean, by your own self-admission, one of the things you need to work on is you talk too much. I think a big part of talking too much is you can't, if you were able to make your points more concise, it would make more sense.
Yeah.
I mean, half the table here is confused. I'm the only one that picked it up.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
That's a sign. Even women don't understand you. So, all right. Passport bros, these 304s living in delusion. Fair enough.